Hello friends, this video on Adolescence Part 16 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So with this we have reached towards the end of this lesson. So let us look at some of the questions. Question number 1. What is the term used for secretions of endocrine glands responsible for changes taking place in the body? Now, what do endocrine glands secrete? They secrete a lot of substances. They can secrete enzymes, they can secrete hormones. Now, but here, since they are responsible for changes taking place in the body, so they are obviously hormones. So here you can see the various endocrine glands and all of them secrete some or the other hormone which are extremely important for our body. Question number 2. Define adolescence. So it is the period during which reproductive tissues start maturing. So in fact, it is the period between childhood and adulthood. So here the process of reproduction or the capability to reproduce just begins. It starts from 11 to 13 years and exists till 18 to 19 years, and during this period the adolescents are also called teenagers because they are in their teens of age. Question number 3. What is menstruation? Explain. So as I mentioned, menstruation is the process of bleeding through vagina due to breakage of endometrium. Now, if you remember the process which we had discussed some time back, what happens is, now once the egg has ovulated, that is once the egg has been released from the ovary into the tube, there are two possibilities. Either it will get fertilized or it will not get fertilized. So the egg, after being ovulated, can either be fertilized by the sperm or it will be not fertilized. Now in case it gets fertilized, in that case obviously it will lead to the condition of pregnancy. But if it is not fertilized, then happens menstruation. So this process occurs every 28 days and the bleeding will last for 2 to 6 days. So depending upon how much thick was the endometrium, that is the wall of the uterus. This endometrium is nothing but the inner lining of the uterus. Now this lining prepares itself to receive the zygote so that it can thicken itself, so that it can give enough support to the baby. Now when no fertilization happens, then it waits for some time and then finally breaks itself. So therefore this endometrial lining, which is made up of blood vessels, so that comes out as bleeding through the vagina. So this is how menstruation takes place. This process occurs approximately 14 days after ovulation. This is the time period for which it waits for the fertilized egg to come into the uterus. Question number 4. List the changes in the body that take place at puberty. Now there are different changes which take place in the body of males and females. So in case of males, there is sudden increase in height, shoulders broaden and the chest also widen up. There is thick hair growth under the armpits and genital area. For some people, there is enough pimples and acne on their face, facial hair in the form of beards and mustaches. Change in voice becomes very hoarse. That happens due to the growth of the voice box, that is larynx, which is often seen from outside as the Adam's apple. Occasional penis enlargement, so the penis gets stimulated sometimes, which in turn leads to the release of the sperms. Similarly, in case of females, there are quite a few changes like increase in height, start of menstruation cycle, so every month there is bleeding through the vagina, breast enlargement, hair growth under armpits and genital area. Acne and pimples are also quite common in females. Question number 5. What are sex hormones? Why are they named so? State their function. Now we have discussed so many different types of hormones released from different endocrine glands. But the hormones released from testes and ovaries, they are responsible for formation of gametes, and these gametes are responsible for sexual reproduction and also for sexual secondary characters like the development of breasts, menstrual cycle, beards, mustaches, all these things. Now since these hormones are responsible for things which are associated with sexual reproduction, that is why they are called sex hormones. Some of the examples of sex hormones are testosterone, which is the male sex hormone, and estrogen, which is the female sex hormone. Now, because of this, you would have seen that sometimes some females also tend to have lot of hair on their face. They also tend to have a line of mustache over their lips. Why does that happen? That happens due to the presence of some hormone which causes that. So when there is some trace of the male hormone present in a female, or when the level of the female sex hormone is less, that time these kind of features are present in a person. So all these appearance is due to the presence of different hormones. Question number 6. Choose the correct option. Adolescents should be careful about what they eat because proper diet develop their brains. Proper diet is needed for the rapid growth taking place in their body. Adolescents feel hungry all the time. Taste buds are well developed in teenagers. Well, if you talk about the brain development, so these kind of growth takes place in the childhood phase itself. Now, during adolescence, there is rapid growth taking place with all respect in your body. So, you should eat proper food. Reproductive age in women starts when their menstruation starts, breast starts developing, body weight increases, height increases. Now, reproductive age is directly related to menstruation because when menstruation starts, that is the time egg starts to get released, that is ovulation start. And until and unless ovulation starts, reproduction cannot take place because egg is not there, the female gamete is not there. So obviously reproductive age is associated with menstruation. The right meal for adolescents consists of chips, noodles, Coke. No, of course not. Chips, Coke, they are all junk. Chapati, dal, vegetables. Yes, sounds good because chapati is rich in carbohydrate. Dal is again rich in proteins. Vegetables again have a lot of minerals and vitamins. Rice, noodles, burger, again they are junk. Vegetable cutlets, chips and lemon drink, again they are all junk. So junk food need to be avoided. Question number 7. So again we have a puzzle here. So let us try to solve it. First we will look at the across. Across number 3. So this is number 3. Protruding voice box in boys. Now when they enter into their adolescence, we can see it from outside and that is called Adam's apple. So this is Adam's apple. Number 4. Glands without ducts. So the ductless glands are the endocrine glands. So this is endocrine. Number 7. So where is number 7? Here. Endocrine gland attached to brain. So the master gland, which is pituitary. 8. Secretion of endocrine glands. What do endocrine glands secrete? The most important thing is hormone. 9. Pancreatic hormone. Hormone released from pancreas. One such hormone is insulin. This reduces the blood sugar level. 10. Female hormone, that is estrogen. So we have filled all the across ones. Now let us look at the down ones. Number 1 here. Male hormone, that is testosterone. So because of this hormone, all the male characteristics are seen, the secondary sexual characters in male. Number 2, secretes thyroxine. So thyroxine is a thyroid hormone which is released by the thyroid gland. 3, another name for teenage. Teenagers are adolescents. So this is adolescence. Hormone reaches here through bloodstream. Now I have mentioned, right, hormones, they are always very specific to their action. So they always reach their target site. So this is target site. For example, the thyroid stimulating hormone released by the pituitary gland, it reaches its target site, which is the thyroid hormone. Which is the thyroid gland, so that it can regulate the thyroid gland to release the thyroid hormones. Voice box, that is larynx. term for changes at adolescence. So the various changes taking place at adolescence is called puberty. So with this, we have reached towards the end of this lesson, and I hope that this lesson on adolescence would have helped you. And since all of you are also belonging to this period of adolescence, so maybe many of these changes you have been observing in yourself as well as in your friends. So now you know why they occur, how they occur, and how you have to respond to it. So I hope this lesson would have helped you. So see you all in the next lesson. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.